Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Today I would like to present my business portfolio which focus on two global sportwear company, Nike and Adidas. So basically, this report examines how two successful entrepreneurs, Phil Knight and Adi Dassler, developed their company in strong international brand through strategic management. In simple terms, the purpose of this report is to understand how companies compete and survive in the global market. What this means is that the business today must deal with different customer needs, cultural difference, and market change. Without proper strategy, it is very difficult for a company to grow internationally. This report mainly focuses on two important areas, which are international marketing and global operation. I analyze how Nike and Adidas use strategy such as product, pricing, distribution, and promotion to succeed in different countries. At the same time, I also study how both companies manage their global supply chain efficiently. So overall, this presentation will help us understand how strategy decision can influence global success and long-term business performance. Now, let's move on to the entrepreneur profile. Starting with Phil Knight, the founder of Nike. So basically, he started Nike in 1964, originally known as a Blue Ribbon Sports. His main strength is in innovation and strong branding. For example, Nike use a powerful marketing campaign like Just Do It and collaborates with famous athletes. What this means is that Nike is not only selling product but also creating emotional connection and motivation for customer. Another important strategy is outsourcing production to low-cost countries, which help reduce costs while maintaining global competitiveness. Next is Adi Dassler, the founder of Adidas, who started the company in 1949 in Germany. So basically, his focus is more on product quality and performance. He designs shoes specifically for athletes and builds strong relationship with sport events like the Olympic and FIFA. What this means is that Adidas built its brand based on trust, quality, and performance. So overall, we can see a clear difference where Nike focus more on branding and emotional marketing, while Adidas focus more on product and functionality. However, both strategies are effective in building global success. Now moving on to international marketing, which is one of the most important part of this report. This section focuses on how Nike and Adidas use the 4 P's, which are product, price, place, and promotion, to compete in the global market. So basically, starting with product strategy, Nike use a global standardization approach where the company maintains consistent product quality, innovation, and brand image across all countries. For example, Nike introduced advanced technology such as air cushioning and Flyknit to ensure performance and comfort. However, at the same time, Nike also makes slight adjustments based on the local preferences such as climate condition or cultural trend. What this means is that Nike is trying to balance between global consistency and local adaptation so that the brand remains strong but still relevant in different markets. On the other hand, Adidas focus more on localization. Instead of standardizing everything, Adidas design product based on regional needs and preference. For example, certain design, color or style may differ depending on the country. This allows Adidas to build stronger relationship with local customer because the product feel more personalized and suitable for their lifestyle. Next is pricing strategy. Nike use a premium pricing strategy, which means their products are usually more expensive compared to competitors. This is because Nike want to position itself as a high quality and exclusive brand. What this means is that the customer associate higher price with better quality and status. However, Nike is also flexible in certain markets, especially in developing countries, where more affordable product lines are introduced to reach a wider audience. In comparison, Adidas use a more competitive and flexible pricing strategy. So Adidas offer product at different price level to target both high-end and budget customer. This approach allow Adidas to expand its market share and compete more effectively in different economic environment. Moving on to the place or distribution strategy, Nike has a strong global distribution network that include physical store, online platform, and mobile application. Nike focus heavily on directly to consumer channel, which means the company sells directly to customer without relying too much on the intermediaries. What this means is that Nike can control customer experience better and build stronger relationship with consumer. Meanwhile, Adidas also use both online and offline channel, but the company relies on wholesale partnership with retailers. This allows Adidas to enter new market faster because it can use existing retail network instead of building everything from scratch. Finally, for promotion strategy, Nike focus on emotional branding and storytelling. The company use famous athlete and inspirational campaign to connect with customer emotional. So what this means is that the customer do not just buy product, but they feel motivated and inspired by the brand. On the other hand, Adidas focus more on sponsorship, collaborations, and partnership with sport event, celebrities, and designer. This strategy help Adidas attract both sport consumer and fashion-conscious customer. Now, moving on to the global operation and supply chain management, which play an important role in supporting international business activity. So basically, Nike use an outsourcing strategy where production is handled by independent manufacturers, mainly in low-cost countries such as those in Asia. This allows Nike to focus on its core activity, which are design, innovation, and branding. What this means is that Nike can reduce production costs while maintaining flexibility and efficiency in its operation. In addition, Nike use advanced logistics system and digital technology to manage its global supply chain and ensure that products are delivered efficiently to different markets. Similarly, Adidas also use a global network of suppliers and manufacturers. However, Adidas place more emphasis on speed, flexibility, and the use of data analytics to improve supply chain performance. This allows Adidas to respond quickly to change in the customer demand and market condition. So, in simple terms, both companies aim to ensure that their products are delivered efficiently, but they may focus on slightly different priorities such as cost, speed, or flexibility. When comparing global and domestic operation, there are clear differences. Global operation allow companies like Nike and Adidas to achieve economies of scale, reduce costs, and access a wider range of resources. However, global operation also involve higher risks such as political instability, regulatory differences, and supply chain disruption. On the other hand, domestic operations are simpler and easier to manage because they operate within one country, but they offer limited growth opportunities. What this means is that the company must carefully balance the benefit and risk when expanding internationally. In terms of challenge, international operations are more complex due to factors such as cultural differences, legal regulation, currency fluctuation, and logistic issue. This challenge requires strong coordination and communication across different countries to ensure smooth operations. At the same time, global sourcing provides several advantages such as lower production costs, access to specialized skills, and greater operational flexibility. However, it is also come with risks including ethical concern, labor issue, and environmental impact. For example, Nike and Adidas have faced criticism in the past regarding labor practice, which has forced them to improve their policies and focus more on sustainability and ethical sourcing. So basically, global operations offer many opportunities, but they also require careful management to ensure long-term success and sustainability. Finally, based on this report, it can be understood that there is no single strategy that guarantees success in international business. Different companies may use different approach depending on their strength, market condition, and customer needs. For example, Nike focus more on branding, innovation, and emotional connection with customer. This allows the company to build strong loyalty and maintain a consistent global image. On the other hand, Adidas focus more on product quality, flexibility, and localization. This helps the company adapt to different markets and better meets the needs of local customers. What this means is that both strategies are efficient, but they work in different ways. In addition, this report also shows that international marketing and global operation must work together. A strong marketing strategy alone is not enough if the company cannot deliver product efficiently. At the same time, efficient operation will not be effective if the company fails to meet customer expectation. Therefore, both aspects must be aligned to achieve success in the global market. That's all from me. Thank you for the attention.